The Oracle Network.
Okay, cool.
I'm so out of breath. I don't know how you did the stairs
I
twice.
just ran the stairs twice. Oh,
I can't even do one.
you need 20 minutes.
I'm still like, oh my
It's really so many. So there's a spider in there.
god. Wait, where?
Over there. There's a spider in here.
Stop it. Kill it right now, Michael.
I'll get it.
You're the man.
It's not moving very fast. I think
Whatever. Abby takes care of it because she's badass.
I'll get to it.
Okay. It doesn't belong in here.
Sup, guys?
Hey guys, welcome. I'm Abby.
And I'm Shawna.
And this is Anxious
And afraid.
of Spiders.
Very afraid of spiders.
We've already had a very anxious start to our...
It doesn't belong in here.
It doesn't belong in here. And it's not in here anymore.
No, thank goodness.
Welcome to our show.
Yes.
If it's your first time, hey.
Hey.
If it's not, hey, back.
Hey.
Hey for this second or third time. Guess what, Shawna?
What?
I have a question for you.
Oh my god, tell me what question you have for me.
Did anything besides that spider make you anxious or afraid this week?
Oh, sure. Of course there is something. Okay, so you know how I'm like a podcast ad whore? Like
You like those ads. You are the perfect
I
person to sell to.
have definitely caved into a lot of those. And one of the recent ones I switched to is the pretty litter for cats because we got to take care of our kitty cats.
Yes, that one has intrigued me.
Yes. It definitely 100% takes care of the odor. So we know that for a fact because that was the problem we were still having. I was like, and I like the crystal stuff rather than like the dirty
Sand?
Yeah, regular stuff that we used to do. It's less dusty and it's like prettier. It's
Actually, pretty litter.
it's pretty litter. And one of the cool things about it is that it changes color if there's something wrong with one of your sweet baby angel kitty cats. And I'm noticing, unfortunately, that it's turning blue a little bit. Uh-oh. And I can't now. My mission is to figure out which one it is.
Yeah.
Because I have to like wait until they have to go and then watch them go.
You need to put a little bell on the door or something.
I don't know. I have to figure out which one it is. I have a suspicion it's blue actually because it's like blue for like too much alkaline, and I think like thyroid can give that issue or like urinary tract infections. I don't know. But since like his daddy cat was having thyroid issues, I'm like, oh no, is he gonna have thyroid issues?
It's Papa. Oh no, that means I gotta look out for Reggie.
I know. So now, well,
I'm gonna bring Reggie over to shit in your box.
Perfect. Oh, I'll do that for you.
Like a play date out of it.
That'll work out just fine. Even though Maya's always been the finicky one. She's always been the one that has so many issues. But yeah, now I need to figure out which one it is. I mean, I don't know.
I'm sorry, that's stressful.
I guess. I can't figure it out.
Well, I mean, just get some binoculars and scope it out.
I'll get some binoculars and
hide behind
watch
a
them
chair.
feed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So I just hope one of them is okay.
Poor babes. I hope they're okay.
Yeah.
Or it's a simple thing. Hopefully.
Yeah. They said if it doesn't, like if it goes away within like a couple days, it should be like fine. But I don't know. I see it every like couple days when I like clean the litter out. So
it's like consistent.
Yeah.
Well, keep an eye on it.
I will.
Keep us updated.
I'll try and keep you updated.
Okay, cool.
On the cat pee situation.
Perfect.
What about you, Abby?
Well, what's actually something that happened to me, I couldn't think of anything like major that I wanted to talk about this week, but Michael had a creepy thing happen.
Ooh, what happened to Michael?
Selling him down the river.
Was he prepared for this?
I don't know.
No, I wasn't prepared for it, but it's still stuck in my head. So
I know he's been thinking about
Oh
it.
my god, he's creeped out. What?
it was almost. Well, I guess when I looked at the clock after it was all over, it was like 6 minutes after 3 in the morning.
Okay.
Oh,
Bad
I
fun.
just I heard something fall in the bathroom, and my eyes just were open all of a sudden, and I can't recall if I heard a train going by at the time, which might have like shook something, but I guess I wasn't a coward, which I thought I should be, but I went in there.
You're so brave.
I had to pee. So I went in there and I walked into a spider web. And so I was like, fuck this. And I went back to bed. And then I heard something else fall off your nightstand just like
What?
minutes later.
Okay, well, you didn't tell me that part.
Well,
And
I
this
think,
is your bedroom bathroom?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, the one that just has like no door on it
Right,
right
right.
Yeah.
now. And so I kind of just laid there with my eyes open for the rest of the night. But when the morning came and the sun was up, I think I saw there was just like a little bottle of like probably lotion or something on your side of the bed that had fallen. And I assumed it was because Roscoe got up because he woke up because of the sound too. I heard him walk around, and I think his tail probably just knocked it off your nightstand. But
We'll debunk that one for now.
yeah, when I
Sure.
walked into the bathroom, I guess we were in there together, and I opened it, and there was a little spider
There
just
was.
like chilling on the floor of the shower.
Ew.
And my bottle of shampoo had fallen off the little shelf, but it had already fallen off before. Like I'd knocked it off in the shower, and so the cap had kind of shattered a little
Yeah.
bit, and so it's kind of unstable when it rests on its lid. And
He's trying to
so-
talk himself out of feeling weird about it.
yeah, he's like, no, actually, I'm going to explain it all away as I tell the story.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just as I said, it's completely reasonable.
Don't anyone
Ted,
panic.
you're being a
It's
typical
fine.
Ted right now.
It's fine.
Well, either way, there was a spider in your shower, and that's where
The
you're
spider
naked.
knocked the shampoo off the shelf. I know.
Okay, the spider was tiny, first of all.
Okay, I would
Second
believe
of all,
it if it was big, but no.
at around 3 a.m., a shampoo bottle fell off of the shelf, and it's
That's-
been on all day for no reason
And
and
3 a.m.?
shattered on the ground.
Coincidence?
I think not.
We solved the case.
Oh, I do remember something that I had that made me anxious.
Okay.
That's Michael's thing. That's creepy. I do feel like weird things always start to happen when we do paranormal cases. Like whoa, computer, calm down.
Yeah.
When we do paranormal cases, I feel like you just like lend energy to it. So then like weird stuff happens.
Ooh, do you think that, have you noticed that like every time you do a paranormal
Yes,
case,
like-
and then like the next day something weird happens?
Or not like the next day, but like while I'm researching it, or just like
Yeah.
it's weird. Like some weird stuff will start happening.
Well, I hear that's like a thing. Like people say, like if you watch the shows, like you're just bringing that energy into
Yeah.
your home. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't stop watching these shows.
Or if it's already there, you're like feeding it.
Yeah. So that's weird.
Whoops. But anyway, my thing. So, like a few weeks ago, or maybe even longer than that, Michael had a very traumatic experience with a door-to-door salesman
Uh-oh.
who was very pushy.
It's always the worst.
Yes, he's like the worst. Very predatory salespeople that just won't take no for an answer. And like he was so upset about it that he like wouldn't even talk about it. When he came inside, I was
Michael
just like,
wouldn't talk about it?
No.
Oh my God, hilarious.
I was like, what was that? And he's like, I don't want to talk about it.
oh my God, hilarious.
I was like, okay. But I knew it was for pest control. And then like a friend of ours, Nick, posted about this same like pest control people like in his neighborhood. He's like, dude, this guy that looks like Legolas was just like harassing us about pest control.
Legolas?
Yeah. And I was like, Legolas, interesting. Because I didn't see like what the guy looked like when Michael was talking to him.
Uh-huh.
He was like, yeah, he has like long blonde hair. I was
Gross.
like, that's weird. And on Friday of all days, I always am cursed on Fridays. I was just like sitting there doing my work, and all of a sudden this like cutesy knock rings out, like how a person would knock who's very familiar with you. It's like a
Dun, dun. My
Like-
mom always knocks that way.
that kind of a knock, and also ring the doorbell. And I was like, I'm not answering that.
Oh, if they did the twofer, a knock and a bell.
Yeah, and I was sitting there like, I don't know. Nobody's texted me. Like, sometimes my family does just drop by without warning. So I was like, it could be. So I was like, I'm going to wait. Because, like, if it is them, they'll do it again.
Right.
So I wait for a minute. And then it happens again. Like, the same cutesy knock.
God.
And I was just like, I
have to answer the door.
Damn it. And so I get up and I, like, make Roscoe hold still, which is a feat in itself. Because he instantly tries to book it out the door.
True.
And I open it and it's fucking Legolas.
The same guy.
Like the first thing I see is a short man with a hat and a dirty man bun,
No.
like a dirty blonde man bun.
Oh, no.
But it was a really bad bleach job. And he had very
no.
dark roots.
Oh, and it was probably very like yellowy blonde.
It was not good.
Oh, no.
And he was the worst.
Oh, man.
He like instantly started talking to me, and I was just like, he's talking to me about his bug pitch, and I'm like, we're not interested. No, thank you. I have to work. I have to get back to work. And he like he was just talking over me, like would not take anything.
I would shut the door on his
I
face.
literally finally, like, when I had a break in the conversation, was like, thank you, we're not interested. And I slammed
Oh my God,
door
how annoying.
because he, like, literally wouldn't leave. So, you know, if you live in our area, and I know there's some of you out there, if you hear that cutesy knock, he's doing it on purpose. Don't answer the door. He knows.
That's a tactic.
It's a tactic.
For sure. Watch out for Legolas.
Yeah, he also lies. He's like, all your neighbors are getting it, and then we'll talk to our neighbors. And they're like, no, we're not. I'm like, he's a little liar.
He's desperate for some monies.
So guys, be careful out there.
Be careful of the pest control.
But it stressed me out.
Yeah, that's stressful.
Answering the door is stressful. I feel like when I lived in an apartment, we didn't have these problems, but now we get all the door-to-door people. We need to get a sign.
Yeah.
Don't sell me your Jesus. Don't sell me your shit. I don't want it.
We don't care for it.
I don't need it.
Leave
I'm
us
good.
alone.
Thank you.
I used to always duck and hide as a kid.
Oh, that was a game that we played as a kid. Like, if, someone came by, you're like, they're in a suit and tie. Everyone hide.
Oh my gosh, I love that you think it was a game. My parents thought I needed therapy. Because
my mom was in on it. She was like, you guys hide. We'd all like be really quiet.
I was such a shy kid that they were already worried about me because I would like never talk. I was so beyond shy. And then if I would like literally duck and army crawl when somebody was at the door.
Have I done that as an adult? Yes.
Have I probably done that too as an adult? Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm not even ashamed of it.
Right. So
I just don't want to deal with saying no to people. I can't handle it.
yeah, it's rough.
So anyway,
That's kind of funny.
but
Alrighty.
all right.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, are you ready for a fun story?
No, I forgot to address one thing.
Oh, please.
So, before we get started on your story, last week, my story about the Canadian
Correct. Okay, yes, that's right.
haunted house. But we had some people write in about it, including our good friend and listener, Caitlin.
Hey, girl.
And she was saying, and I feel like an idiot because what she mentioned was something that I wanted to say in the episode and didn't. And I was kind of upset for not like discussing the theories more. I feel like we could have talked about that more when we didn't, but whatever.
Oh, don't shame yourself.
It's fine. But she was saying like when they dug up like the big hole in the back and they found like all the burned items or whatever, and there was like the botany textbooks and like journals.
Right.
And she was like, I got chills thinking about like all of the crazy rapid plant growth on the property and like if that was a connection.
Oh.
And she was like, I was wondering if it was in the book. And I was like, yes, it was in the book. And I didn't talk about it. But that was another weird, creepy connection.
Cool.
Like,
yes.
Ooh. Isn't that weird?
Yes.
And then Hannah, my sister, also wrote in and she was talking about how she lived, or they almost moved. Well, I guess they did move into this house upriver. And like, she thinks it was pretty haunted. Like,
yay.
they didn't live there for long, but it was the same kind of stuff. Like, their smoke detectors would go off in the middle of the night, and like the dog refused to go upstairs and stuff like that.
That's so creepy.
So eerie. But yeah,
that's cool.
So thanks for
thanks, guys.
we love your feedback.
We love comments like that and stuff.
Okay,
Thank y'all.
now you may proceed.
Okay, thank y'all.
Because I always do that where I put it on the board and I forget to talk about it.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to start, and then I'm like, oh, just kidding. Sorry to tease.
Okay, now we're good.
Okay, so I am bringing you, episode 71, y'all.
Oh yeah,
We're continuing.
here we go.
The count.
The count.
Count is happening. And I am going to give you the case of Lawrence Joseph Bader.
Okay.
Does that name ring
Nope.
a bell? All right, great.
No bells are rung.
So I'm going to tell you about him.
Okay.
All right. So
Wait, are you not going to tell me the category?
no, I did that on purpose with the
Okay.
title. I just said the case because I don't.
Cool.
I don't want to give anything away.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, I'm trying to be like suspenseful.
Ooh, she's a mysterious woman.
I'm trying to keep you listening in.
She
Okay.
has a cigarette in her hand and it's swirling around. It's very mysterious in here.
Oh, sure. Okay. I don't really. But okay. So Lawrence Joseph Bader was born on December 2nd, 1926 in Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. So that makes him a Sagittarius.
Okay.
And his father was a dentist. But Larry was like, I don't know if teeth are for me. So
Same, bro.
I wouldn't be in other people's mouths either. So he decided to join the Navy instead.
Okay.
And after his time in the Navy from 1944 to 1946, Larry came home and he then enrolled into the University of Akron.
Okay.
I'm going to always question myself. Akron. It's Akron. But quickly, he dropped out after the first semester, not trimester.
Babies.
He was pregnant.
He got pregnant.
So after the first semester, which I can totally relate to.
Yeah, college is hard, yo.
Yeah, you're like in there and you're like, oh wait, this is awful.
Oh, I forgot. This is terrible.
I'm paying for this? No,
Wait
thank
a
you.
second.
Okay, so however, during that very short time at college, he met his lady, Mary Lou.
Oh.
And the two got married in April of 1952.
Okay.
And they were like quicken. Wow. They were quickly popping out all of their babies. They had 3 kids in a row.
Shoot.
And she was now pregnant with their 4th.
Okay.
Very intense.
Dang.
So it's cool. I found an article from like the UPI archives, which was funny because when I was reading it, I was like, there's like so many typos in here. It's like talking about this like just happened like last month, and this happened years ago. And then I realized, oh, this is an article dated back in 1965. But that's cool. So on that article, there is a quote from a friend describing Larry as a red-blooded, beer-drinking, all-around nice guy who could talk your ear off, and you would love to sit around and listen. He was a family man, too.
Okay.
So, very personable, I guess.
Yeah, sounds nice.
Yes. And so, with that kind of personality, you want to guess what job he kind of did?
He's a red-blooded American.
We were just talking about him in this kind of job in our anxious stories.
Oh, was he in pest control?
No, but he was a salesman.
Okay.
Selling things. He wasn't selling pest control. He was selling cookware.
Cookware.
That's fun, right?
Like Tupperware or like pots and pans?
I think it was pots and pans.
Or maybe some Cutco knives.
Oh my gosh, remember Cutco knives?
Oh yeah, I looked up Cutco knives because I used them and they were like so great, and they're like $1,200 for like a very basic set, and I was like, okay, never mind.
I just loved seeing the demonstration of cutting a penny in half, and then we had to get the pair of scissors at least because we felt bad.
The demonstration.
I mean, you can't deny cutting a penny.
You can cut anything with those scissors. So
stunning.
Maybe that's stunning.
Stunning. Okay. So not at all job shaming cookware salesman, but with his rapidly growing family, there was limitations. Like, this wasn't the best paying job.
Yeah, I mean, sales is
that's hard,
especially if it's door to door. Like, that is brutal work.
This is back in the day, so it's like
thanks.
You don't have internet. So he's going through that, and also on his spare time, he was very interested. He got really into archery.
Oh, okay.
The bow and arrow stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
Legolas. It's all.
Oh my god!
In.
I did not even. Wow.
Wow.
Maybe your salesman
was
this guy.
He's a pot and pan slinging a Legolas. It's all coming together.
Wow, that's hilarious. Wow, that's hilarious.
Did he have dark roots?
I don't know. He did not have blonde hair.
Okay.
But he was pretty good at it. He actually won the tri-state archery contest one time.
That's
so
cool.
He was pretty legit.
I actually think that's really cool.
Yeah,
I think cool. Archery would be pretty.
It's kind of badass.
It's kind of badass.
A little bit.
Like, I'm Katniss.
Yeah, Katniss. Love her. Okay, so the day I'm bringing you to is May 15th, 1957.
Okay.
And Larry said that he needed to go and drive himself to Cleveland for some business, but that he also said that he wanted to go fishing while he was there after his work day, I guess, to wind down.
Okay.
And so that he would be home late.
Okay.
And so his wife, Mary Lou, she is kind of irritated. She's like, I'm 4 months pregnant with 3 kids under 5, and you're just going to go fishing?
Yeah.
Totally chill.
So fine, I don't need help at all.
Don't need help. I'm not going insane at all. So yeah, she was just like, actually, could you maybe like come directly home instead and not do that? And you want to know what his reply was to that?
God, in the 50s, it couldn't be good.
It's a dick move.
Oh God, what did he say?
I'm very ashamed. Like, don't do this, dick move. He replied to her, your pregnant wife. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Did he call her a dumb broad or something?
No, but he just said, maybe I will or maybe I won't.
Okay, well, maybe I will or will not lock the door.
And I'm sorry, I would want to slap your face right there with all that sass coming at me.
Maybe I will or will not throw your
Excuse
clothes on the
me?
lawn. Sure. Or burn the iron through your shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
Like women did in the 50s.
That is a shitty line. So, unfortunately, that was happening. So, while he was in Cleveland, Larry also ended up, while he was there, he cashed a $400 check that he used to pay off some like outstanding bills.
Okay.
But then he also decided that during this time he should also like make a little upgrade to his life insurance premium for some reason. So he does that. He takes care of that.
That doesn't bode well.
Yeah, just keep that in the back of your mind.
It's noted.
Noted. Then he was still wanting to treat himself because he deserved it. And he decides that he is going to go fishing that evening on Lake Erie.
Okay.
Erie. Love that. So he goes to like the boat rental place over there. And he rents out a small motorboat. He's asking for it to be equipped with lights. But it's still pretty bright out in the middle of the day. So the guy that he was talking to at the boat stand was like, well, it shouldn't be like dark for a handful of hours. And also warned him, like, you might want to like not go fishing because there's like a storm coming. Even though it was like nice at the moment, there was a storm a brewing.
It was a coming.
It was a coming. And okay. Oh yeah. So Larry insisted that he was going to go anyways. He's like, I'm not going to listen to anyone telling me not to do
I
things.
am a red-blooded American Legolas, and I will fish when I want to.
Fish when I want to. So he paid the $15 fee to get the boat. And the guy also noted that Larry was carrying a suitcase with him at the time. Because he's on a business trip, of course.
Sure.
But keep that also in your mind.
I always take my business papers in a boat.
In a fancy suitcase.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so while he was making his way through the water, even the Coast Guard was able to spot Larry on the motorboat, and they warned him again. Like, hey, by the way, there's a storm a brewing.
Or, hey, idiot.
It's a coming, so you might want to, like, cut this short.
Yeah.
So... any idea where this is going, perhaps?
Is he going to fake his own damn death? That's how I feel.
That's going to be part of the debate.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like he's got a mission.
He's getting fishy.
He's doing things against logic as if he's got a reason to be out there. And those reasons are nefarious. That's my opinion.
Right. You're feeling all the right vibes.
Cool.
So Larry Bader never made it home that night.
Yeah.
The boat was found crashed up on shore more than 5 miles or 8 kilometers away from the rental shop.
Shoot.
So yeah, little eerie.
A little eerie on Lake Erie.
Yep. It was found with a bent up propeller and a scratched up hull. There was also no signs, however, of like the boat being ever capsized or turned over.
Okay.
And no suitcase was ever found. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah, he took a suitcase with him.
So yeah, so Larry and the suitcase are missing. So all of the life jackets were also accounted for. So meaning like he definitely wasn't wearing one.
It was in the suitcase.
Ooh. No, it was all accounted for.
No, I mean he brought one.
Oh, look at you. Okay. So they noted that, and they also noted that the gas can was empty, which I assume was full if they were going to mention that detail.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, so let's assume he like refueled and
I guess.
tried to get as far away as he could. Or...
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna talk about it. So the Coast Guard thoroughly searched as much of the lake as they could because it's a big ass fucking lake.
Erie's big.
They're like the is
Great
it part
Lakes?
of the Great Lakes? Yeah. Okay, so that's huge.
It's
like
a great lake.
wow,
Great.
so great.
Grand.
So like it's so big. It almost like looks kind of like an ocean. Like, and if you're gonna have like a really big storm, there's gonna be really big waves up in there.
Yeah, can you imagine trying to search that lake? Like,
No,
the amount of people.
and the depth probably is
Yeah, it's
super
probably really deep.
Yeah. So I mean, they searched it as much as they could, and no suitcase or Larry was ever found. They claimed that nobody could survive the choppy currents that happened that night with no life jacket on.
Yeah.
So after a 2-month search, all hope was lost, and they declared Larry dead.
Wow.
And Larry was 30 years old at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, our age. Imagine us doing that.
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
Don't get any ideas, Michael.
Don't.
Okay.
He's like
Okay.
sleep. He's like, what?
He's like, that would be way too hard.
I know. He's like, I don't. Too much effort.
I'm not swimming anywhere.
True.
Okay, so now let's put that story on the back burner, and then I'm also going to be telling you the story of a man named John Fritz Johnson.
Okay.
But before we do that, let's take a break.
Deal.
Okay, we're back. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So now I'm going to be telling you the story of John Fritz Johnson. I'm going to mostly call him Fritz because that's also what he mainly went by.
Cute.
That was his nickname, not his actual middle name, but
Oh, okay.
he's known as Fritz.
Like it.
So this story of Fritz Johnson starts 4 days after the fatal incident for Larry.
Oh, okay.
So that would make the date March 19th, 1957.
Got it.
And after spending 14 years in the Navy, and he got and getting discharged for having injured his back, he decided that he was traveling around the country.
Okay.
And he found himself in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
So Fritz was traveling with his Navy-issued ID, a suitcase, and a heavy canvas bag.
Okay.
Like an army bag, right?
Yeah.
So while he was staying at a hotel, Fritz walked into a restaurant and bar and asked for a bartending job. Just wouldn't ask for it.
Okay.
He used to apparently bartend while he was in the service, so he was very convincing, and he quickly got that job. They were like, might as well let you try.
Sure.
So also, Fritz being from, the Navy, he's probably like quite the charming bachelor. Like, he's probably the looker, like,
Maybe.
maybe. I don't know if you're into that.
Maybe.
I'm not really, but
I mean, if you can just get hired on the spot, he must be a good smooth talker.
right. I mean, but like, I'm sure like most of the ladies were like, oh my gosh,
I'm in uniform.
uniform. I mean, there's a point to
Although
it.
he's probably not just walking around in his Navy.
That's probably true.
It's like fancy white one.
Okay.
Hire me.
So he was a very charismatic dude. Everyone very much enjoyed being around him.
Okay.
So he was also like very much of a personality.
Okay.
The article I read made light of this fact or situation, but I think nowadays would be like creepy as fuck.
Okay.
But Fritz got himself an old hearse. Yeah, that's right. The car that carries dead people.
Okay.
And he used that and converted it into like
a shag wagon.
oh my! I called it the bachelor pickup mobile. Yours is better.
Shag wagon.
Shag wagon.
Oh,
Which is
there's
also creepy.
I'm sure there's a play on hearse. I'll have to workshop
to work it.
Oh god, that is
So that's totally romantic, right?
yikes.
So he filled up the back of it with blankets and pillows, along with like playing classical music.
Oh
with
my god.
a little mini bar.
I mean, I guess it's the right length
And
to
the-
lay down in. Because it's meant to carry someone laying down.
Right, but like, let's get it on type of laying down.
God.
To top it all off, he even made sure he had an incense burner. Really setting the mood.
Mood, vibes.
Vibes.
Did he carpet the interior? That's what they did in the 60s,
Oh,
70s.
that would be something.
Yeah, that's when the real shag wagons, those are like the vans.
Yeah, that's when it turns into the shag wagon.
Yeah.
Okay, so after his bartending shifts, Fritz also would love to visit like their local radio station. Okay. And he was like wanting to like practice and develop his broadcasting skills.
Okay.
He had the voice.
This guy is all over the place.
He's just like doing what he wants, going into buildings like, hey, I'm practicing here. Thanks.
He like, hire me. They're like, oh, okay.
I guess it's just easier for dudes. It always has
A
been.
white guy just walking in
True that.
with confidence.
That's all you need. And you rule the freaking world. Damn it. All right. So yeah, he was that much of a personality for broadcasting, because you have to be like a personality to be on radio.
Yeah, people have to like you.
Yeah. By 1959, he was good enough that, yes, the radio station finally hired him.
Wow.
And he actually was so good, he quickly became kind of a local celebrity.
Dang, he's a go-getter.
He is like climbing his way to the top. He especially got a lot of recognition when he decided to sit on a flagpole for a month straight. Well, I don't know if it was like and nighttime. I'm sure he still went home at night, but all day for 30 days. Anyways, he's sitting on a flagpole for 30 days. Have I mentioned that?
Like at the top of the flagpole?
Well, they have like a sitting area, like
Sure.
a flat for your behind. Okay, I learned that this was a thing back in the day.
What?
This is a way that people protested. So he was doing this as like,
There's a built-in seat on a flagpole?
yeah, it's like not super high up, but it's on a pole, and then there's like a flat board that where you can just sit, and then people watch you sit.
I learned something today.
Me too when I did this. It's like, wow, that's a form of protest. Yeah.
Sure.
But it was like for a good cause. He was trying to raise awareness for polio.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So by 1961, Fritz met and married a gal named Nancy Zimmer, who happened to be a former model. So she was like,
Okay.
she was beautiful.
So he must be cute, and she must obviously be gorgeous.
They're probably like the local it couple.
Yeah, because now he's like a radio personality too.
Yeah. She had a young daughter from a previous marriage, who Fritz adopted, and then they soon had a son of their own.
Cute.
Adorable. So now he's like making his way downtown, but like up to the
Walking
top.
fast.
He has a great career coming, and now he has a beautiful wife, little family.
Yeah.
He not only was a broadcaster, but he also worked as a TV sports director at KETV 7.
Okay. That sounds like broadcast. They're always like just a jumble of letters and numbers. You're like, sure.
Right? Like that's very news TV acronym.
I don't know. I don't know what it stands for. It always starts with a K, doesn't it?
Yeah, we have like KEZI.
K-Val and so many.
KDA.
KDA.
Yeah, all the Ks. Okay. So along with all of his career, like radio, TV, beautiful wife, he also coincidentally also liked doing archery on the side. So I guess this was more of a popular thing back in the day.
Okay, so this guy also likes archery.
He's also...
And he was also in the Navy?
Yeah, but for 14 years, he said.
Okay. Wasn't the other guy in the Navy?
Yeah.
Okay.
For 2 years.
Got it.
So yeah, I guess that's a popular thing. Everyone's shooting bow and arrows.
Sure.
It's cool.
They're like pretending to be Cupid, and it's fun for everyone.
It's fun for everyone. He loved it so much, he ended up being a part-time advisor for archery companies.
What? How much time does this man have on his hands?
Well, I don't know if he's like still doing the radio. Maybe he's like just now doing the sports broadcasting.
I'm like, this is a lot.
But I don't know if it was all at the same time. I think the last, like his solid last job was the TV.
Okay.
So I don't, he
Now
did the
he's-
radio first, and then he's doing the TV, and on the side he likes this archery hustle thing.
Got it.
Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. In 1964, Fritz was discovered to have a malignant tumor behind one of his eyes.
Oh, dang.
So then he like actually had to get one of his eyes removed.
Oh no, but then did he look like really badass in an eye patch?
I'm sure.
Very dashing.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that, didn't bring him down. He was always in good spirits.
Okay.
And he wasn't like on TV, and he's like, I'm not on TV, I'm radio, so it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
So that happened to him. So now he's wearing an eye patch.
Yeah. Same. I mean, we just podcast, so I also have an eye patch.
Yeah, no one has to know. In February, in 1965, there was a sporting goods convention that was being held in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Fritz was there working on an archery booth when a woman named Suzanne Pica, I think is how you pronounce it, found herself staring at him.
Okay.
Though he had an eye patch and a thin mustache, she and another family friend who was from Akron, Ohio, approached Fritz and said, "Excuse me, aren't you my Uncle Larry?"
Oh no.
Can you imagine?
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh God, the drama.
Drama.
Oh God, this is like his worst nightmare, probably. If this is like, okay, continue.
I'll continue.
Yeah. This is weird.
So Fritz left. He's like, "Excuse me, I'm not this Larry guy."
You simple woman.
Simple. Okay, and everyone was very confused. Mm-hmm. Can you just imagine that interaction? It's just so awkward.
I have a story actually. That's like, can I tell it really quick?
Oh, okay, yeah, please do.
When I worked at Jerry's, it's another Jerry story.
Jerry's story.
I did have a woman claim to be my mother randomly.
Stop.
In front of a crowd of people.
Stop. How did I not know this?
I had never met her before in my life.
And you like, "Sorry, I'm not your daughter."
It was really fucking awkward. I don't know if she was mentally ill, but like we had like, I was at the paint desk and there was like, it was a busy day. There's a bunch of people around and this like, I'm just like slinging paint, doing my thing and like color matching. And this lady is like talking to me and she seems fine. And then I'm talking to other people and she's like, yes, this girl is my daughter. Like she's proud of me.
Like she just was
so proud of me to be her daughter, like slinging paint. Awkward. And I just looked at her and I looked at her husband and he just looked kind of like weirded out. And I was like,
oh, so she had her husband there too.
Yeah,
and he was like going along with her.
He just looked at us. He didn't say anything. And then I walked away. It was the weirdest experience. I didn't know how to deal with it.
That is so weird.
What do you say? Like, I don't know her.
Oh my God, that is strange. That is hilarious. You never told me that.
Yep, that's full of fun Jerry stories.
What gems you have of Jerry stories.
Such memories. Anyway, similar situation with this family.
Wow, okay, so you can relate.
I can totally relate to what's happening.
Okay, so Fritz, he went on to explain that, no, I'm actually John Johnson. I go by Fritz, and I live in Omaha, Nebraska. That he was a sports director at a local TV station, and that they were just mistaken.
Yeah, he's like, I got a whole life. Check the receipts.
Hello. But Suzanne wasn't having that answer. And she quickly called up Larry's two brothers back at home. And they were so intrigued by this story that they both got tickets, flew out from Ohio to visit this convention just so they can look at this guy.
Like, they knew he would be there still? And wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, because I guess, like, he's working a booth, so in the convention's, like, a couple days.
Gotcha.
Probably, or weekend, So, yeah, they quickly are making it over there. So, these two brothers went to this convention, and they were both so baffled by the resemblance, even though he has an eye patch now, that they approached Fritz yet again.
Oh, my God.
Fritz was like, what the fuck is up with these people? Like, now there's more people saying I'm this guy?
Yeah.
That would be so weird.
It's like if that Jerry's lady came back with her children.
Yeah. And she's like, actually, I adopted you. Or not adopt, but like gave you up for adoption. And you're my daughter.
You're coming with me.
Everything you know is wrong. Coming back for you now that I found you at Jerry's. Okay. So Fritz had to repeat himself yet again. He was very nice, but firm. That, no, I'm sorry, I am not your lost brother, Larry Bader, who disappeared back in 1957.
Oh, no.
He was so frustrated by these, like, weird, grieving people. Like,
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
sorry,
no.
but you're... No. So the brothers explained that their brother, Larry, was in the Navy, as we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And that they have record of his fingerprints. And so they asked if Fritz would be willing to go to the local police station to get fingerprinted so they can compare them and put this to rest.
Yeah.
And so he was like, whatever to get you guys away from me.
Really? Okay, so he's down for it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
goes with them immediately because he's like, I'm so sure I am not this dude.
Oh my God. This is so weird.
It is so, like, just mad. I can't even imagine.
Such a weird scenario.
Right. So they go to the local police station. They get him fingerprinted. And it's the very next day that they all get a call from the police station. And lo and behold,
Oh my God.
they are an exact
No.
match for Larry's fingerprints. And, like,
to be him.
fingerprints don't lie.
No.
They didn't have DNA at this point, but they had fingerprints.
I mean, I think now, like, you can have fingerprints that are so similar. It's hard to tell the difference. But, like,
It's
that's
supposed
hard.
to be unique.
But that's really hard to explain with someone that looks like him, has a similar background, showed up to this town out of nowhere.
Yeah. Very strange.
4 days after Larry died.
Which is also,
supposedly.
like, it's just weird. Like, that very quickly, it was not even a week in between.
Yeah.
It's a very strange story. So, indeed, John Fritz Johnson is, in fact, Larry Joseph Bader.
Oh my God.
And everyone was shooketh to their very core.
I'm shooketh to my very core.
Okay, good. Okay, so Fritz insisted that he had absolutely no memory of his previous life.
Oh my God.
But even so, he had to deal with the legal repercussions.
Yeah, because now he's married twice.
Yeah.
He's a polygamous bitch.
So there was roughly about $40,000 worth of insurance policies and that were paid to his first wife, Mary Lou.
Oh, because they thought he was dead.
Life insurance money. And not only that, she was also accepting Social Security payments from the government every month as well.
Okay.
And now all of that needed to be paid back.
Shit.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God, no.
You're like, oh my gosh, I found my lost husband, but now I owe the government so much money. Which is not even fair
That
because
doesn't seem fair to her.
it really, like,
She didn't know.
no, it's not her fault that he faked his, or, you know, presumably, allegedly faked his death and left. Like, that's not her bad. How is she supposed to know? And now she has 4 kids and, oh, I just can't even imagine.
I feel like he should be on the hook for it, not her.
Well,
Right? I don't know. I guess they're
all of the
married, so
above?
it's all like,
I think it's all of the above.
good Lord.
But that's so much money, especially back in that day.
Yeah.
Like, come on, government, you have your own money. You don't need it back.
Come on.
Ugh.
You don't need it.
You don't need it. But that would just flip your world immediately.
Yeah,
in
that's
so many ways.
that's so much money today. Like that's
Yeah, it is.
oh God.
You can't just pay that back.
No.
Most of the time. You're just a regular folk. You're not rich. Yeah, wild. So now that Larry was found alive, technically, like you said, his marriage to his second wife was now considered completely invalid. Since he was still technically, you know, not death to you, it's death to you part. So he was married legally to Mary Lou
with 4 children.
with 4 children. Can you imagine, like, if you don't remember this, you have magically 4 children? Like, mind-boggling.
I think I've already made up my mind on this guy, but I'll continue to listen to
Okay.
his case.
But just humor me and just imagine, like, that would be terrible.
I am. I'm trying to live both lives.
Okay.
I feel suspect, but I'm trying to live as if he is a poor, innocent man who...
Because, I mean, this is what he's claiming. So let's just go along with it for now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Continue, Fritz.
Okay. Okay. So Mary Lou also officially moved on. Duh. And she was actually set to marry another man. But being the devout Catholic that she was, she no longer could marry that guy because Larry was still alive. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like she was an actual widower.
Right.
And you don't want a divorce.
Yeah, because
That's a no-no.
no.
So, like, everything is hitting the fan.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Fritz quickly hired a lawyer who advised him to get some psychological testing done.
He's like, lawyer, you fix this. I don't even know where to start.
And then his lawyer's like, well, we need to check your brain.
Yeah. You gotta
So-
check it.
Yeah. I mean, you got to, since he's claiming he doesn't remember shit.
Yeah, that's some pretty strong amnesia if you have a complete former life. Also, you fabricated former memories? Now I'm confused.
I will also talk about that, girlfriend.
Okay.
He also told a reporter while he was getting tested, like at the local hospital. So this is a quote from Fritz / Larry.
Okay.
He says, my God, don't you understand? All of a sudden, I find out that 30 years of my life never happened. You see, I really do have 30 years of memories as Fritz Johnson. What am I supposed to do with those 30 years? Throw them out the door?
So fucking weird. I mean, I guess I have heard of cases where, like, they get amnesia, but then I guess they do just all of a sudden have this, like, different life, and they...
The brain also can do some weird ass shit. I know. But, like, it's rare because, like, amnesia cases, I feel like they eventually do remember or they will, right?
Yeah,
like
or something triggers a memory or...
something. But this was really rare, a rare case that, you know, he's claiming, like, no, I remember growing up as John Johnson. Like, I don't know these people.
Okay.
It's really weird. After several days of intense evaluation, doctors seem baffled, and they could not say that he was willfully deceiving everyone.
Okay.
So the doctors are convinced he ain't lying,
All right.
which is like, what?
I guess.
I know.
Let me talk to him.
But it's doctors, so it's crazy. And
Yeah.
like how that, if it's intensive, like, I mean, obviously we clearly still don't know to this day everything about the brain, but
Right.
yeah, this is
mean-
why it's such a weird story.
Yeah, if experts, that's how they feel. You gotta, I guess, take that into consideration.
You do have to take it into consideration. Yeah, that it totally appeared that he had no recollection of his previous life as Larry Bader. So Fritz, poor guy, in a sense, he lost his current marriage, then he lost his job, like, immediately, because they're like, you have 2 lives. We can't have you anymore.
Fritz, we're gonna have to let you go.
We're gonna have to let you go. So he had to fall back on bartending again. So at least you always have that skill.
Going back to his roots.
Going back to your roots. And he had to pay child support for both Mary Lou and Nancy.
It's a lot of drinks to sling. I don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta make a lot of tips.
It kind of sucks too, because they gave an example of, like, if he made $100, I don't know if it was a week or month. I don't know back then. But they were like, oh, if he had $100, he had to give 50 of it to Mary Lou and then 20 of it to Nancy. So he was left with $30.
Oh.
So he's just like, that sucks.
That sucks if he's innocent.
Right. But you're like, you can't, like, how do you make money, you know?
That's a very small amount to live on.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's wild. So Mary Lou carried hope and that someday that Fritz would remember her and their 4 children together. They even all decided to meet him in August of 1965.
Yeah, because so he doesn't go back to be with her, I guess? He's just now on his own?
No, he's like, I don't know you bitches.
I don't know her.
It's so awkward.
Okay.
So yeah, no. Yeah, so they met in August of 1965 and nothing came of it. No
Okay.
memories were triggered. He never remembered them, and they all had to, like, accept it. Like, since it was, can you imagine, like, hi, Dad, remember me? No. And,
but
like,
they
they're
would have
just
been
strangers.
older, too. Like, they would have looked different, right?
True. But yeah, I mean, just imagine how awkward. And so they were just like, wow, if we're strangers to him, he's a stranger to us now.
How
like,
heartbreaking. Like,
it's
you think your dad
heartbreaking.
died, and then you get him back, but then he doesn't remember you or want anything to do with you.
yeah.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
It's so sad. 4 kids.
Those poor kids.
Wow. Okay.
That's a lot of trauma.
That's a lot to deal with. Yes.
Yeah.
You need some therapy over that. Oh, man. So sadly, Fritz still Fritz/Larry, still died at a young age.
Oh.
His cancer reappeared the following year of 1966, like immediately.
Dang.
Like this really didn't have like time to thrive, really.
Damn. That is brutal.
Yeah, and obviously like this time it was cancerous, and he quickly passed in September of that year. So he like immediately dies as soon as they find him.
Oh my god.
In 1966, can you like?
The kids lose him for a second time, or a third, technically. Like, that is like, oh.
Like how? Yeah, like that's just so much to go through and to process.
Oh, I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
That's a lot.
So since he passed away, people were a bit confused on how to like pay their respects, or like what service do we give this guy?
Who do we address the card to?
Yeah, what do we actually call him by? But like people, like he was a local celebrity, so many people knew him as this outgoing Fritz Johnson.
I guess he held 2 funerals.
And that's exactly what they did.
Okay.
So yeah, he stayed in Omaha, and they had a service for him as Fritz Johnson. And then after that, they sent him back to Akron, Ohio.
Wow.
They have a service for him as Larry Bader, and he is buried in the Berry family. The Bader family plot.
Patch. Okay. So they buried him in his.
They took him.
I almost said maiden name. His his OG life.
His OG life.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And dang it.
I wonder if his spirit was upset. He's like, I don't remember you guys. I don't want to be buried with you guys.
I don't know her.
But like that is wild. So yeah, in this case, do you think it's like a very convincing hoax of amnesia, or is this a rare case of like that he truly didn't remember his life?
That's hard. I feel like it's hard. I feel like if he would have lived longer, you might have gotten more answers, because maybe in his old age,
yeah, it would
he
have
would
been very interesting.
Finally, like, oh, I'll let it go. But like, I just feel like the things leading up to it were very incriminating. He took a suitcase with him onto this boat. He increased his life insurance policy before he went on this boat. He didn't tell his wife specifically if he was going to be coming home, because I think he knew he wasn't going to be coming home.
Oh, and you know what I actually forgot to mention that makes this a little fishier is that he was actually in a lot of debt before he...
Okay, there's the other one. I was like...
Sorry, that's kind of important.
Yeah, okay, so he's in a lot of debt. He's
Yeah.
a door-to-door salesman, which sucks. He has 3 children, which is a lot to take care of, and a wife, and he's got another one on the way. I feel like he just wanted to escape his life and start over. And he increased his life insurance policy to be like, hey,
That's the
baby,
thing.
love you.
Yeah.
Peace. Here's
like,
$40,000.
Yeah, let me give you some money to make you comfortable, but I need another life.
Yeah, like I can't be in this one anymore. It's too much.
Yeah. It's that life insurance that gets me. But then I'm one of those, I go both ways all the time because I always want to believe people. But
I know. Part of me wants to be
the
glass half full,
doctors-
but I also don't believe in people anymore.
that's also very true. And like back in the day, it was probably easier to like hoax things and get away with shit.
Totally.
So crazy.
But like there was a lot of compelling evidence. I mean, but also he was a very good actor, and he was a smooth talker. Clearly, he got that radio job, and like
True that. So maybe he
I feel like he just charmed his way into
denied.
it. Yeah, and then just he knew he had to deny it because the truth would ruin him.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the story.
the end. What do you guys think? I mean, maybe I'm just being too cynical.
Maybe. Like, I feel like it can't, like, amnesia can happen. Like,
Totally.
Maybe he really hit his head really hard. Or I think also his lawyer was trying to, like, argue the fact that, well, maybe he did have some memories, but now he doesn't because he had his eyeball removed and that fucked up his brain. Like, I don't know. But
also,
weird.
Like, I feel like if you're a good liar, you're going to make your new story similar enough to your old one so that you don't get it confused.
But I'm also confused. Like, you would think if he's faking all of this, that you would lead a very low profile. Why would you become a local
That's
celebrity,
true.
even
That
if
is
it's in
weird.
another state? Why would you?
Well,
I would lay low.
You would think, but if he has like a big personality, maybe he just can't stay away, and he's like a confident white man, so he's like,
You're probably right.
I can get away with it.
Oh, it's Damn confident white man.
God damn it. Confidence gets you every time.
So, yeah, that's the story.
Though I love those ones, though. Those are so fun to talk about and like theorize about. Because you're like, oh, it could have been this. Oh, but it could have been that.
Yeah, I thought that was fun.
What do you think, Michael?
I think he's a phony.
Oh.
Phony baloney.
Yeah, we're a couple of cynical assholes over here.
I'm saying he's mostly phony, but maybe like a little bit. Maybe he didn't remember. I don't know.
It's like a twinkle in his eye.
Yeah, maybe he faked it and then he like legit didn't remember he faked it.
Yeah, maybe he tried to fake it and then he actually did get into a boat accident and his plan actually happened that he was going to fake. And that's irony for you. Don't know.
I'm such a people pleaser. I'm like, you're right. He faked it, but he probably did.
You come in with the opposite belief.
I know. I'm just like, you guys don't believe.
I'm embarrassed, so I'm going to agree with you.
All right.
Thank you. That was a really fun. I love those. I love a good mystery.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think everyone's going to like that one.
I hope so. I liked it.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay. What else?
Let's do the city of the week.
Oh, yeah. And this week it's Bothell, Washington. Like
Washington.
brothel, but without the R.
Michael. Oh. Okay.
Bothell.
Washington.
Thanks for listening, guys.
We appreciate you.
We totally appreciate you. Our little neighbors over there.
Up north.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
Have you watched or listened to anything these days?
We're still just working our way through King of the Hill.
Yep.
Oh, nice. There's a lot of it, I'm sure. How many
There is.
seasons?
There's a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
That was one of our reasons for picking it because we always need just like a show that we can throw on,
Yeah.
that we don't have to be super invested in.
Totally.
That's our go-to. I think we're only on like season 2.
Oh, early.
Oh, 4?
Yeah, Dwayne, he's also watching it. He's like in season 13 or something.
Oh, okay. So we have a ways to go.
Wow. That's a lot.
By the end of it, we'll probably have pretty good Peggy and Hank impressions down.
I'm looking forward to it.
Our Boomhauer is working its way up too.
That's funny.
What about you?
Well, my guilty pleasure, as I mentioned before, is this Discovery Plus streaming thing.
Yes.
And they are
Just
just
my mooch off you.
You're right. It's my place for like my guilty pleasure of paranormal shows and true crime shows.
Yeah.
And this new ghost show that I've been watching and trying out, instantly fell in love with, and it's a great one to have on. I was watching it while I was taking these notes. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because they are calling themselves Ghost Brothers.
Really?
And
Bros.
they're actually Ghost Bros, and they're 3 black guys who are best friends.
Love it.
And it's funny because like they're opening a line, he's just like, we've had some paranormal experiences and we like are gonna like hunt these ghosts now. Why is everyone white? Like, if you think
Exactly.
all the ghost shows, people are white.
I'm like, oh my God, I love this. They're always white guys.
It's always crazy white guys, and I love them because they're like the realest guys ever. They're hilarious.
Oh my God, I want to watch this. They're going to bring like a whole new energy to it.
Oh, it's a completely different ghost show than I've seen because they don't take themselves seriously at all. They're nothing like Zach Bagans. There's no like stupid gory graphics. Like they don't have that money, I'm sure. But like it's just not cheesy. It's just like dudes who are doing decent ghost hunting and they're giving each other shit, and I'm laughing out loud.
Oh my God.
So much. I'm like, these guys are hilarious. So
What's it called?
Ghost Brothers.
Oh, that's the title. Okay.
Yeah. And then they have a side one that says like Ghost Brothers Lights Out, which is like their newest season. But yeah, I love them. I instantly followed them on Instagram.
Okay.
But yeah, they're my new favorite because they're actually like not super cheeseball and they're hilarious.
Ooh, I like this
So I
recommendation.
definitely recommend.
Okay, good one.
Yeah, they're great.
That's solid. Sweet. Okay, everyone go watch that if you have Discovery Plus.
Do it.
Or mooch off of your friend that has it.
Yeah.
Okay, should I just do our social mids?
Read it out, girl.
All right, you guys, you know the drill. So, anxious.
I get it.
Immediately fail. All right. Anxious and Afraid the Pod is our handle for both our Facebook page and the group, along with our Instagram and Gmail. Sometimes we're on Twitter at AA the Pod, and you can support us at patreon.com/anxious and afraid. Perks, you get ad-free episodes. It's release a day early, and you get a free sticker, a shout out. It's all great. We also have some fun merch. Or order a size up in t-shirts if you're smart, unless you like it a snug fit and you're hot, or whatever, you do that. And then so that's all on our website, which is anxiousandafraid.com. You can also support us for free by leaving a rate and review, and please subscribe and tell your friends and
All the things.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. It should be a given that I searched on wikipedia.com. Got most of my information on mentalfloss.com. I also used upi.com, and I listened to the podcast The Witches, Magic, Murder, and Mystery podcast. Music is by Broke for Free and Matt Edwards, and we're edited by Michael.
Anxious and Afraid is partnered with the Oracle Network.